what's going on in Asheville and surrounding areas? Meteorologist Hunter Ward, looking a little shaggy here, getting my hair cut today, but need to give you guys some info about the strong winds that are going to be coming with former Hurricane Nicole. It's going to transition to a subtropical system, and then we're going to get a significant amount of rainfall, which is much needed, upwards of 2 inches, a little bit south of town, more 1 to 1.5 north of town, and then from there, we could have a sting jet that moves through tomorrow afternoon. So I'll give a little bit of an explanation of that and tell you about what's going to be going on. Let's go ahead and turn around to my screen. I want to thank Red Wolf Contracting Services and Buncombe Farm Bureau Insurance on Lester Highway. Those folks handle all my needs. I'd like to shout out to Sandy Parker. She's our featured agent today. She's my personal agent as well and can definitely take care of you. Light rain falling in some locations around Asheville, but just a little bit of a scattered drizzle. I think the rainfall from Nicole will really begin to arrive 4 to 6 p.m. around western North Carolina as the day progresses. Looking at the Grimes-Tice-Anderson camera here downtown Asheville, just a cloud deck beginning to build. Bannerelk.com live camera, as you can see there, fog up in those higher elevations. Let's look at our new camera, Marthaler Jewelers camera out in on Hendersonville Highway. That we're having a little bit of internet trouble here at my office, but I had that camera up and running just a second ago. You can check it out, AshevilleWX.com/WNC webcams. Really appreciate Marthaler Jeweler for coming on and sponsoring that. Blaylock Excavation camera as well. We wanted to run through these cameras with you guys, show you the Affairs of the Hearts, Waynesville camera, Haywood Community College camera, but like I said, my internet's really struggling. We'll show you the Blaylock Excavation camera here out in Haywood County, just south of the North Carolina State Research Center there. And you can just see fog, a little bit of scattered drizzle as well. So let's go ahead and talk about that sting jet and the rainfall that is going to be moving into western North Carolina. Got the HRR model here queued up on my computer. Won't have to wait on that to buffer. I've already loaded it. So here's your timestamp right here. Scattered showers begin to move in 4 to 6 p.m. And then we'll just have a few bouts of that as we get just soaked a little bit, maybe a 1/4 inch around Asheville through 10 p.m. Heavier amounts as you head towards Hendersonville, Transylvania County, southern Haywood, and southern Jackson County as well, Macon also. Those areas are going to get walloped, in my opinion, on the Blue Ridge Escarpment. Right here where the Blue Ridge Mountains start and they reach the Piedmont of North Carolina, the upstate of South Carolina, Blue Ridge down here in Georgia, that is where that rain is going to just get wringed out of the clouds. So watch as that progresses. We could even have some thunderstorm development as the morning progresses tomorrow, 4 or 5 a.m., those little pop-up kidney beans, and can't rule out an isolated tornado embedded in these. So please be careful. If a warning does go out, please seek shelter in the most interior room of your house, as low as possible, or underground in a basement. As that system progresses, you can see rainfall just continuing to inundate all of western North Carolina. And as the low pressure approaches tomorrow afternoon, the rain will continue to pick up around western North Carolina. It's going to be a very nasty day. Isolated flash floodings. We could see some streams, rivers come out of their banks. Haven't had a bunch of rain, so this water's going to hit the ground. It will absorb a little bit, but there's going to be a lot of runoff as well as that heavier rain kicks in tomorrow afternoon. And then watch on this backside, that sting jet develops. I'll show you that on the wind gust here as well. So we're going to go from southerly winds and a sting jet is when a tropical storm is transitioning to an extratropical storm. You get a little bit of a zipper effect that happens, and then that backside cranks around and becomes like a comma head with strong wind gust, the likes, anything that you can think of we're going to see damaging wind, thunder, some lightning tomorrow morning, heavy rain. This storm's going to pack a punch, and we haven't had one like it here recently. So here are your wind gusts. I'll show you. These are max wind gusts during the hour period. So not sustained. These are just wind gusts that are possible. So it's taken from the Asheville airport. So as the night progresses, those southerly winds are going to pick up. Upwards of 30 mile per hour gust will be possible around the Asheville area. If you live above 3,500 feet, 40 to 50 mile per hour gust will be possible. That low-level jet will be screaming out of the south. And so as the sun sets, and so we'll watch for this. There's going to be some damaging wind threat. Don't really think there's too much of a wildfire threat with this, even though the winds will pick up. We'll have some rain embedded as well, so not as concerned about that. But watch as these wind gusts really ramp up tomorrow morning as that low pressure approaches. Going up upwards of 40 miles per hour, 60, 70, 80 mile per hour gust above 4,500 feet. Big time wind gust system here. And then watch this. This is the HRRR model, and it is developing this sting jet on the backside, which looks dangerous. Look at that comma head punching in, wind gust of 50 to 60 miles per hour embedded in there. Right along the North Carolina-Tennessee border, this is where you really need to watch tomorrow evening around 5, 6 p.m. Look at this system come through. It develops that backhead comma. All of Asheville gets another burst of wind, so it looks like we'll die down for 2 or 3 hours tomorrow afternoon, and then that sting jet could develop and move through tomorrow afternoon. So be mindful of this as you're working through your work day, as you're heading home tomorrow. If you have to work on Veterans Day, if not, hopefully you can just stay at home. Tomorrow's going to be a very nasty day. Not going to be a good day to work outside. I've got all my crews. They're all scheduled to work, or actually most of them are off that work for me. The subcontractors will work inside somewhere if they desire to work on Veterans Day. But a nasty system that's going to be moving through western North Carolina. Let's talk about the total rainfall here. The most recent NAM model is showing around 2 inches along the the Buncombe-Henderson County line. That's where the airport is at. As you traverse north and travel up I-26, Future 26 into Madison County, you can see that we'll have a diminishing of rainfall. The upsloping occurs here, and then there's some downsloping that occurs into these valleys, and the chances of rainfall and significant rainfall are less, maybe a half to 1 inch of rain. As you get closer to town, more of an inch to an inch and a half event. Places like Henderson, Transylvania County, southern Jackson, southern Haywood, that is where the majority of this rain, and even out into like Black Mountain, this is all, and Mount Mitchell, the Blue Ridge Escarpment area, Boone could get 8 inches of rain from this. So the downsloping is going to be huge with this system. The upsloping, as that moisture condenses, as it works its way up the Blue Ridge Mountains, it's just wringing it out of the system. Then, as it moves north, there's no rainfall. It's all just been collected on the ground because it's getting condensed as it comes up those mountains. So we experience this downsloping, this drying out that happens around Weaverville, Mars Hill, Burnsville, Barnardsville, all of those locations, they see a diminishing amount of rainfall compared to those to the south, because the people from the south are taking that rainfall. You can see these higher totals here, significantly higher totals. This is a 7 to 8 inch rainfall event right here for Brevard. So be mindful of that. If you live in these locations that typically get high rainfall, you're going to see it from this system. So be mindful of this. Let me know your reports. Tune in. Again, we'll do an update if flash flooding gets really bad around the area or something. The sting jet looks like it's going to be a 60 to 70 mile per hour event compared to a 40 to 50 mile per hour event. I'll keep you updated. Make sure you like and follow the page. Subscribe to your YouTube page and follow us on Instagram at AVLWX, on TikTok at AshevilleWX, and Facebook and Twitter. We're on there as well. So give us a shout. Let us know what you're seeing, and we'll do our best to keep you informed. Have a great afternoon.